I'm here with one of Africa's young leading entrepreneurs, Magatte Wade. It's great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
You're the founder of Tossano.
Right.
And you've been doing a great work going across entrepreneurship and encouraging Africans in the perspective of leadership and entrepreneurship.
Right.
And you were in the panel discussion on what good leadership is all about. First, we'd like to ask you, what does it take to be a great leader?
I think a good leader is somebody who has the motivation to, first of all, a good leader has great aspirations to do something that's beyond herself or himself. To me, that's, you have to have that. You have to want to be part of something bigger than yourself, and then be able to gather around you the people that are going to help you achieve that. So if indeed the goal is really to achieve that greater purpose, then it should not matter who actually you have around you. They actually should know more than you. They should be more connected than you. You surround yourself with people that are going to be able to advance that agenda. So a good leader for me is somebody who's got a greater, higher purpose, and also can identify the right people to serve that purpose.
Now you're from Senegal in West Africa. And Africa is a strategic continent with a lot of prospects, but there is the challenge of leadership crisis.
Right.
And as one that's been distinguished in entrepreneurship and noted across the globe, why is there leadership crisis in Africa?
Well, the way I look at it is very simple. I do think we have a leadership crisis because we have a crisis of values. What do we value as Africans? It does make me really sad, actually, that oftentimes all around Africa, you can have someone who has no morals, no ethics, no nothing, but because he or she has a lot of money, everybody, you have the red carpet, in front of you, and then they're basically models. We value money more than anything else, and as long as we do that, we have what we have. So if you value money, everybody's goal then is to make as much money as they can, because this is how you get people's respect, supposedly this is how you get people's attention. So I feel like we have to move from just valuing money to valuing things that are bigger than money. Like, we should respect a human being based on their character, their morals, things like that. But I don't think, but unfortunately on our continent, that's not the case. We love money more than God even. So that's where I think everything comes. It's a huge, to me, that is where you can trace everything back to.
And you talked about models, culture and values. Young people are emerging. A lot of Africa is known for entrepreneurial spirit. Nigeria is even remarkable for it. Now, how can people like you and others who have made some strides begin to engage the younger people to have a correct model, not this value for money and wealth?
Right. Well, this is why I do these conferences. I like to be on stages like this, because if I'm not on these stages, what you have is always the old model, the traditional model of doing things the same way. Always this respect for the banker, the respect for the lawyer, the respect for people like that. I'm trying to make it cool that, to be someone who cares about ethics, someone who cares about social issues, someone who cares about social justice. I'm trying to make that cool. I'm trying to get young people to really love that, accept that, and really rally behind it. And I'm also trying to teach them that it doesn't have to be one or the other. I feel like too often in Africa we feel that you cannot bother with social issues, social justice, human rights, environmental rights if you want to make money. It's almost like it's one or the other. It's like you're being stupid if all you care about is that, because that's never going to make you money. But that's not true. I think in the 21st century, we are learning that actually a combination, you have to be an entrepreneur. It's great to be an entrepreneur, but you better now start focusing on the type of activities that are really going to guarantee a better social justice, better environmental justice and rights. That's what you have to start focusing on for things to really start moving forward. And so I am trying to get young people to really understand that, because I do think that most of the time, young people, by the way, they love that. But I think the problem is, as we start getting into real life, our families, they're like, now you need to get a real job, you need to do this, you need to do that, and then we kind of lose our ideals. We put them aside and we go make money. But these two don't have to be separated. You have a way to do them together. There is a way, and I'm trying to be the proof that that is possible. You can do that. You don't have to lose your ideals to succeed. And if we can change that mentality, I think we're going to see it very quickly. Things are going to start to happen. And that's why I go around and I speak about all of this, and I inspire young people to not give up on their ideals, to not give up on wanting to make money, because everybody should be making money. But I'm trying to show them that it's a combination now. This is a new reality. That's what even other youth around the world are doing. This is a new thing, and I'm also trying to make sure that they don't lose hope, and that they're inspired. That they're inspired to do this because it works.
Very inspiring what you're saying, and I'm also really inspired.
Well, thank you.
It's been a pleasure talking with you, Magatte Wade.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.